So basically, I'm Lebanese, born and brought up in Dubai, been here all my life. Majored in hotel management, lived there for a few years in Switzerland, then joined the family business because my father is an entrepreneur, so he owns a group of hotels all around the world. And I worked with him for many, many years until I got approached by the first English language channel in Dubai that was setting up, known as InTV. So I was involved in the setup of InTV, which became later known as City 7 TV. 7 for the 7 Emirates of the UAE. Oh, nice. And I had 7 shows of my own that I was producing and presenting on City 7 TV, and one of the most popular shows actually here in the region, known as Society, where I had the chance to meet some of the most famous people in the world that would actually come and visit Dubai during the Dubai International Film Festival, which I think now is in its 14th year. So I've interviewed, I would say, over 7,000 celebrities, from Akbar Khan, Amitabh Bachchan, Yash Chopra, Anupam Kher, Bipasha. Those are just Bollywood. The Arab stars are many, many more, like Layla Alwi, Hala Sad'i, Khalid Youssef, Hani Salama. Those are just to name a few. And of course, George Clooney, Sharon Stone, Enrique Iglesias, Jennifer Lopez, all the football teams that have landed here on Dubai soil, and many, many more. So it was a very interesting journey, my journey in television, which I enjoyed tremendously. No 2 days were the same. Very, very exciting, lots of fun, meeting people. And as you know, I am a people's person at the end of the day. So I enjoyed that tremendously. And then my kids got a little bit older, so they needed a bit more of my time. I decided to take a break from television for a while and spend more time with them at home. And during those days that I was actually taking a break and spending time with my kids, I got a phone call from people that represented luxury brands here in the region and asked me to be a brand ambassador, to be associated with their brands. And there are different brands from different parts of Europe. We're talking about Monte Carlo, Monaco, Zurich, Switzerland, the UK, and different parts of Europe. So I said yes, and I did join them. And then I joined the world of fashion, of course. As you know, I'm part of the Arab Fashion Council as well. I still TV present on a freelance basis, depending on what projects. I'm very, very selective in the projects that I do. And at the same time, I do a little bit of charity work here and there, which I enjoy tremendously. So that's Lara in a nutshell. So basically, what I enjoy doing second I open my eyes in the morning is definitely my Nescafe, my hazelnut Nescafe, which they don't have here yet. So I have to order them from the US, from abroad. So I have to have my coffee. That's as soon as I open my eyes. And then basically just sit on my terrace, enjoy the sun. I wake up very, very early. I wake up around 5 o'clock every morning. So I see the sun rising most of the days. So watching the sunrise is very, very important for me. And then I'm ready to start my day after that. I'll be very honest with you. I got the shock of my life when I received that phone call. It was from California, from the US, from quite a big gentleman there. He has a very big production house, and he's very, very hands-on in the world of media in the US. I received a phone call one afternoon. I was in the office, and they said, we'd like to come down to Dubai in the next few weeks and present you with the Global Influencer Award. And I said, but I'm not an influencer. And they said, no, we've been watching your Instagram account. And if you don't want to refer to yourself as an influencer, we'd like to actually refer to you as an influential personality residing in Dubai. And I said, could you kindly elaborate? Please tell me a little bit more. They said, we've been following you for over a few years now. And not only the production house and not only Mr. Visa himself, but some other groups in the US. And they all had a meeting and decided that I should be awarded the Global Influencer Award of the Year for this year.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, it was a great feeling. I couldn't believe it. I was so overwhelmed. And they actually flew down to Dubai for a day, just a day, 24 hours.
For this purpose.
For this purpose,
Amazing.
just to present me that award. And they flew back the next morning, and it was just beautiful. So, of course, to thank them for flying down here all the way from California for just 24 hours, I made it a point to give them a tour of, I would say, all of Dubai in 24 hours. So I took them to Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall, the Jumeirah Zabiel Sarai, the Frame, the observation deck in Burj Khalifa, the Ritz-Carlton here. We went to JBR, we went to the Dubai Eye. Basically, I gave them an entire tour of Dubai, and they enjoyed it tremendously, as well as the Queen Elizabeth ship, which they hadn't seen before. They hadn't seen anything like it before. So we really had a beautiful time. And of course, receiving the Global Influencer Award, which started that day when they arrived early in the morning at Burj Al Arab. So you can imagine starting your day in Burj Al Arab, the most beautiful property here in the region, a 7-star hotel to the world. And receiving that award was just a great feeling. So yeah. The inspiration started from the first few luxury brands which approached me, and then it didn't stop. It started off with 2-3 luxury brands, and then it was 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to associate myself individually with each brand. They will fall under my umbrella because I am representing them and I am their face at the end of the day, but might as well set up my own brand known as Luxury with Lara, where I can collaborate and basically have a long-term arrangement with these beautiful brands that I'm representing. And this is how the idea was set up, to set up Luxury with Lara. Yeah. Well, it goes back to waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, which is pretty early for a lot of people. But for me, it's part of my body clock. It's part of my system. That's the only way I can function today. I've been doing it all my life. And of course, organizing my time wisely. So I have meetings back to back starting from 8 o'clock in the morning until 6, 7 in the evening every single day and every half an hour. So if you plan your time wisely and if you know how to manage your time at the end of the day, I think you're able to achieve any goal or any dream or anything you put your heart to. So this is the way I do it. Passion is the most important factor for me because you have to love what you do. You can't work for the sake of working because eventually you'll get bored and you'll give up. So you have to love what you do, have a strong passion for it, enjoy doing it, and of course hard work, determination, perseverance, having a vision and looking down the road at that vision and making sure that you're able to achieve that vision. And of course, along the way, we're going to have a lot of obstacles and challenges, but that doesn't mean you break down and you give up. You have to continue. And that's my advice to everybody out there. You have a dream. There will be a lot of people that will stand in your way and tell you you can't do it or give up or take a break and come back to it later on in life. No, don't listen to them. Listen to your instinct. Listen to yourself. And whatever dream it is that you have, try your very best to achieve it. Well, I'm not going to get personal because it's the most important memories for me are built with my family. The day I married my husband, the day I gave birth to my kids, those are personal memories. But let's deviate from that. Let's go to the professional side of life. So I would say one of the most beautiful memories I've had was interviewing a gentleman by the name of Morgan Freeman, and he's a very well-known actor and director as well to a lot of the audience that are watching us out there. So interviewing Morgan Freeman was definitely one of the most special interviews I've ever done. He's a very, very special man, a lovely character. I had the privilege to meet his wife as well. And we spent quite a bit of time together during their trip here in Dubai. So that would have been one of the most spectacular moments in my career, interviewing Morgan Freeman and spending some time with him during his trip here in Dubai. The fashion industry has come a long way. I remember the days, as you all know, that I'm born and brought up in Dubai. So Dubai is my home at the end of the day. But being born and brought up in Dubai, we had to travel every May for the new collections to London and Paris to buy our clothes. So my father would take me, my mother, and my brothers and sisters, fly us all the way to Europe so we could do our shopping for the winter season or for the summer season. And we would do that twice a year. Today, you no longer need to do that. Today, you have Dubai Mall that holds 1,200 retail outlets that have the most important and significant brands in the world, whether it's Prada, Gucci, Versace, Karl Lagerfeld, etc., etc. Those are just to name a few. So you no longer need to leave Dubai and travel halfway across the world to do shopping. Everything is available in Dubai. Dubai is growing to become the fashion hub, I would say, of the Middle East. We have so many fashion weeks here in the region. We have Arab Asia Fashion Week. We have the Global Awards Fashion Week. We have Arab Fashion Week. We have fashion shows every other day here in the region, and we have a lot of emerging talent that's growing from within the region. We have a lot of local female as well as male designers coming out from the region. So I would say the fashion industry is growing tremendously in this part of the world, and I'm very proud to see that. There is no recipe to success. I would say the only recipe to success is hard work, determination, perseverance, having a goal, having a vision, working hard, and managing your time. And if you have all those right, I think you're able to achieve anything and everything you put your heart out to. that's my advice for every upcoming luxury brand ambassador, influencer, TV personality, to everybody that wants to make their dreams come true. This is my advice to you.
Thank you so much, Lara, for being with us today on the show. We have learned so much from you, and the story was very interesting. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you for having me as a guest on your show. It's been a true pleasure talking to you, and wishing you continued growth and success always, Nasheen.
Thank you so much.